You didn't get any advance notice of this, or
No, so what are
you
we
didn't?
talking
You didn't
about?
get the list of questions? Oh, dang it! Well, we're just gonna go off the cuff here with Allan from SNA International. Allan, it's really nice to see you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Welcome to ISHI 33, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well. So, what in the world do you do over there at SNA International?
We're primarily a staffing firm, so
Staffing
we
firm, okay.
provide subject matter experts into federal government contracting. So we provide everything from anthropologists, odontologists, genealogists, forensic scientists, all across the board.
No kidding. And so you're getting these people to come in, that you interview them,
Yes,
and then you're sending them out to do this work at other places?
at other places, other people's laboratories.
Other people. And why in the world would somebody need such a thing? Wouldn't they just hire from within? Or do they need these subject matter experts for other reasons?
Well, they need subject matter experts depending upon current workloads,
Okay.
workload shifts, demand shifts. Often in government contracting, it's easier to hire as an outsourced contract measure rather than a full-time employee.
Okay. And so you have a staff of how many? Like, how many people work at SNA?
Around 280, almost 300 now,
Wow.
full-time
Okay.
employees.
That's spectacular. And so who are your customers? Are any of them here?
Our
Have you
customers,
seen the customers here?
primarily government,
Okay.
U.S. federal, DOD.
Okay.
We support the military in several applications, Department of Homeland Security, as well as state and local government laboratories.
Okay.
We provide a lot of consulting services along with. And then also, my specific role within the company, we develop software, which
Oh.
is used in underlying rapid DNA programs.
Okay. And how long has that been going on? Have you been working on this
About 2
programming?
years now.
Okay.
So about
that's
2 years,
relatively
we
new.
branched into a new area and started doing software development just to kind of close some gaps that we saw in the industry.
Okay. And is that for genealogy, or is that for...
Primarily for database storage, local
Okay.
storage. So the FBI offers CODA services
Yes.
for criminal databasing.
Yep.
More and more agencies are beginning to use local data stores
Okay.
to focus on lower level crimes that may not be eligible for entry into the national systems.
Interesting.
So we're
Okay.
working to fill that gap.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a gap. I did not even know that was a need. So that was good of you guys to figure that out, right? That's probably very helpful to people.
You know, the other piece is that more law enforcement entities are wanting to use rapid DNA systems.
Okay.
So are you familiar with rapid DNA?
Rapid DNA being...
90-minute by non-technical user outside of a laboratory.
So that would be a person on site?
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Could even be at a crime scene.
Okay, at the crime scene. And so that would be like a police officer. It would not necessarily be a forensic scientist, right?
Correct.
It could be something that they have on them. It's, yeah, okay.
So in that, the police investigators really want to get information to help focus their investigation, either to eliminate suspects or to narrow to suspects.
Yep.
But because they're not trained forensic scientists,
Right.
who makes that decision?
Yep.
So part of the software we've developed is to automate reach back to a supporting laboratory where those subject matter experts can review the results
Okay.
generated in the field, review them, and then provide the officer, the investigator, with qualified analyst-reviewed information to take the next action on their investigation.
I can see the benefit of that. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're getting that rapid, you're getting everything taken care of, and then having the support at the same time. So let's say there was an instance where you had this going and you're doing the support. Do you also, so maybe something didn't go quite as well in the field.
Right.
Do you then offer that support and be like, well, actually what maybe you should go back and look at is the genes or the something, you know, not the genes, the pants, something from the crime scene that you might need a better analysis.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
the analyst could provide further direction to recollect a sample,
Yeah.
or to collect additional samples. So yes, absolutely. Having that subject matter expertise really maximizes the value of any DNA collection that's done.
Okay. Okay, and does that help, like, when the trial would go to a case would go to trial, is it more important to have that subject matter expert other than just having it maybe be from the police level?
We certainly believe so.
Yeah.
Having a scientist involved
Yeah.
in the adjudication of that profile information, we believe is important.
Mm-hmm.
We do always recommend that 2 swabs be collected at the crime scene, one of which follows the traditional path to the laboratory for full laboratory processing. And then it becomes a confirmation sample, right? So it confirms the original information generated in the field, expedited the investigation, let's find the bad guy quickly, and then they've got the confirming sample through the traditional laboratory process and subsequent entry into CODIS for criminal prosecution.
Yep. That's very impressive. And how long have you been around? How long has this been going on? Not you personally, Allan. That would be rude of me to ask. How long has this company been going on and doing this kind of work?
We started this work originally in support of Department of Homeland Security's requirements. They wanted to adopt rapid DNA, primarily for use by Border Patrol officers to be able to validate family relationships as migrants came into the country. Knowing that those agents were going to be removed from any type of laboratory support, DHS had an interest in how to provide an automated reach-back type service. And then we took that idea, developed there, and moved it into the private sector.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And so when your experts are working on these kind of cases and helping out with these situations, can you tell me, do you get to find out the final answer in the end?
Not always. We love to find out.
Yeah,
we love to get the answers. Our team, I've got software developers who post-COVID are still working kind of in their homes and isolated. But they really want to support the mission. So to hear the success stories come back is really rewarding for the group. So we do try to maintain that contact with the customers, so when those events do occur, we do get an update.
And is that really up to them to
share?
To share?
Most of the time they like to share, right?
They do.
They're excited as well.
Yeah, they want to catch the bad guy.
They want to catch the bad guy.
Or put families back together, that kind of stuff too. So yeah, that's very interesting. How did you ever decide that this was the world that you wanted to be a part of?
I have been in innovation technology in support of law enforcement for my entire career. I just moved into the forensics world about 4 years ago. With the advent of rapid DNA technology. So the concept for me of having a non-technical operator be able to produce a DNA result in the field, it just blew me away. And so my interest level went through the roof, and I just jumped in.
And how had you been supporting law enforcement prior to that?
Prior to that, a variety of technologies, wireless communications technologies, 911 systems. Ran an engineering organization for a 911 provider.
That's very interesting. How that all worked out. And now here you are at ISHI, getting to talk about it.
This is my 5th issue.
That's spectacular.
It's great to be here. It's a good crowd, well attended, good information coming out of the session.
Good. Do you feel like you have a vision of where this technology might go in the future? Like what's the next step? Like you're already filling some gaps, but are you seeing, is there anything else in the future that you're going to be able to help out with, or?
We think the adoption of rapid DNA is accelerating, and we think that will be a hockey stick type curve. We think it's really going to take off. Looking forward to hear the FBI speak tomorrow morning on rapid DNA. I understand that they have some updates that will be forthcoming on the authorities that they're going to grant to these instruments for approved use. So we're looking forward to that. We think it's going to help progress the industry and progress criminal law enforcement.
Which is extremely important, right? That's awesome. Well, Allan, as always, it's wonderful to see you, wonderful to talk to you.